It's Joe from Lukas. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Wanted to talk to you really about wine today and how do we get wine in our store. And there's a lot of things about wine that's super interesting. I mean, if I owned Mile High, I could actually fill it with wine. That's how big a liquor store can actually be. There's so much out there. When we do a pick, Joe's pick, Jim's pick, Kent's pick, Basil's pick, Jared's pick, I don't want to miss anybody because they're going to get sensitive. Anyways, when we do that, how are we buying wine? How do we do that? First thing you need to know, all our tags will be changing again because we're a Vivino store. So we're the only consumer-rated wine store in Colorado that I'm aware of. And I think that's really important. We spend a lot of time picking wine, and that's why people put their names on it. And sometimes we don't get our names on it quick enough by the new products that come in. And so you know there's a lot of level 2 and up sommeliers in the store and people that have been buying wine for 30, 35 years. We have 5 wine buyers, including myself, but I consider myself the rookie. You know, it's my palate that I buy, and these guys understand it in a more grandiose way. So when you see a pick, it's really important that we start to understand why is it there, right? And I want to show you a few of mine as we walk down. Renee, come on with me. So when you come in, we see Jim's picks, Joe's picks, and those are ones that are really favorite of our palate. You know, when I drink cabs, I want a big cab. I want something that lingers. And when I identify the palate, I identify it as A, B, and C, and I want that clean finish on C. So that the pick is so important because as you learn people in the store, and everybody's been here for a long time, and it's really important to talk to them. To me, that's what makes our store special, is we're super caring about what we put in the store, and we want to deliver that back to you. So let's talk about cabs. Before we talk about cabs, Renee, I know I'm going off. I have ADD. I've been drinking this bottle of wine for literally 3 years. I bring it home by the case. My wife can't drink a lot of red wine. It's a $10 bottle of wine. It's $9.98. It's out of Val de Bafome, the Douro Valley in Portugal. Dow, if you're familiar with port wines, they make all the port wines. They make beautiful port wines. But very few people know they actually make a red blend that's spectacular. It's a great table wine. It reminds me of growing up where I grew up back in Chicago. This is one of those wines that I drink all the time. It's always open at my house. But let's go through and I want to show you a few more. Just because we were close to the cab aisle, come on down here, Renee. So 2 of the grapes that I love when we get into picks, right? Basil loves the French and the Italians, and so does Kent. I love the Napas, but I love certain parts of Napa. I love Oakville, Rutherford, and Howell Mountain. And they're on the eastern side of Napa Valley. And they're incredible. All the big vineyards are there. Opus, Camus, Silver Oak, all the ones you know, Fernet. I could keep on going through them. They're all in these 2 areas, and plus Howell Mountain. So when I find smaller brands, why does Joe gravitate to those brands? Those are the grapes I love. So Renee, come over here. So right here, this is a Rutherford. It's called Xanthos, and this is their Oakville. Far below the pricing of those grapes on everybody else's bottles. So when I'm looking at this region, I'm like, how can I get those bottles for what is really low price? Now, I know it's not low price to everybody, but for that grape, those bottles are incredibly valued, and they're incredible wines with giant body. That's why it's a Joe's pick. Those are ones that I really love. There's one, I can't show you the bottle, but Clos de Napa is another one. So this is their regular line, and I'm having trouble getting this in right now just because there are distribution problems, but it'll be back. It has a gold tree on a black label. Almost can't even see it, but guess where it's from? It's from Oakville, because I love those grapes. That's how we do our picks, and I kind of want you to understand it. So when you're in the store and you're looking at the picks, did they just put it on it because it's this or it's that? Everything in the store is never a closeout. We buy lots of stuff, but it has to pass the taste test. You know, every once in a while we get great bottles for great, you know what, Renee, I want to show one bottle. Come with me. So sorry guys, I know that's a little crazy to look at the video like this, but this is an unusual one. Because when I say we don't buy closeout wine, what I mean by that is I'm not buying wine that doesn't taste good. That is the worst thing we could possibly do. Come on, Renee. Don't walk into anything. So I'm bringing you guys up to the front because I got a special deal on some stuff. And this is a bottle. This is called Niner. I put a video out on it. I love this bottle. And it's basically got the kitchen sink in it with a Cabernet base. Twist top, it's a $38 bottle. You could look at it. It's sold in many places very close to us for 38 bucks. And you could buy 2 of them for 19 bucks. So you could buy 2 for 38, they're $19. It's a BOGO, it's a 2 for 1 because we bought the ending lot. But it's a spectacular wine. It's highly rated, 93 points. It's got Cab, Malbec, Merlot, Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, Carmenere, Shiraz, Mourvedre, and Zinfandel. It's a very difficult bottle for me as a connoisseur of wine to say what's in it. I have to look at the back of the bottle. But what I do know is what it tastes like. And for that value, it's an incredible value. So this would be one of those one-offs that we get. Definitely a great bottle. But that's where we get our picks. So, it's so important. I want you to feel when you walk in a store, you're walking into a family store. It's critical for us. We want to make sure every time we put a bottle in your hand, it's the best bottle of wine that pairs with your food or the couch the best way. Hey, at the end of the day, I truly appreciate your business. Thanks for shopping at Lukas, one bottle at a time. We truly appreciate your business. Don't forget to like and follow us. You guys have an amazing day. We'll talk soon.